All right, so we're diving into self-improvement today.
Oh, excellent.
And, I know this is something you're super passionate about.
Absolutely.
And we've been looking at this ebook, Self-Improvement and Motivation for Success, to kind of give us a framework for this deep dive.
Okay.
But we're not going to, go through the whole thing page by page.
Right.
We really just pulled out, what we thought were the most interesting, actionable pieces to share with everyone.
That sounds great.
So one of the things that really struck me right off the bat
Mm-hmm.
was how the ebook tackles the idea of happiness.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the typical, get more stuff, be happier.
Oh, totally. I was going to say, one of the things that really grabbed me was how they go beyond that whole acquire more stuff.
Right.
It's more about, really aligning our actions with what
Mhm.
brings, genuine and lasting contentment, not just those fleeting desires.
Totally. And it made me think about how many times have we gotten something we thought would make us happy? And then it's like a week later, it's just another thing.
Right. Exactly.
So the ebook really challenges us to think about what does happiness actually mean to us individually?
It's about digging deeper, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like figuring out what truly fulfills us on a deeper level
Yeah.
rather than just chasing,
Oh, go ahead.
those external things or
Yeah.
what we think we should be wanting
Oh, okay.
because everyone else is.
Right.
Yeah.
And then kind of going from there, the ebook's discussion on motivation really got me thinking.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Because it's not just about avoiding pain, which is so often what we think of.
Right.
It's about actively moving towards a better version of ourselves.
That's where it gets really interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's about taking charge.
Mm-hmm.
Even when fear or past setbacks are,
Like whispering?
yeah, exactly. Those little doubts creeping in,
Yeah.
but pushing through that, stepping outside that comfort zone.
And the ebook actually gives us a structure
Oh, that's good.
for putting this motivation into action
Okay.
with those SMART goals.
Yeah.
We've all heard it.
No, for sure.
Specific, measurable,
Yeah.
attainable, realistic, timely.
Right.
But the ebook actually goes beyond just the acronym.
Okay.
It connects it to those big, vague things we want.
I see. Yeah.
I want to be more successful.
Right. Or get in shape, whatever it is.
Totally. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
travel the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns them into this roadmap
That makes sense.
with achievable steps.
I like that, the roadmap idea.
Yeah. Because it's how do we actually get from here to there?
Right. It breaks it down.
Exactly. And it made me think of, that project you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Launching your own online course.
Mm-hmm.
So the ebook would say, all right, break that down, right?
Right.
Research platforms,
I know.
outline the content, each module,
I see.
set deadlines, really map it out.
That's really helpful. Yeah, because it can feel overwhelming otherwise.
Absolutely.
Just this big, massive goal.
And this applies to anything, not just work stuff,
Oh, for sure.
personal goals, anything.
Yeah, totally.
But then it gets even deeper
Oh.
because it's not just about goals.
Right.
The ebook talks about values.
Okay.
And it made me think, okay, we've got these goals,
Right.
but are they the right goals?
Ooh. I see.
Are they actually aligned with what's important to me?
That's where the values become so crucial. It's
Yeah.
they're the foundation.
Yeah.
The compass that guides us towards goals that truly matter.
Totally.
Not just, any random goal, but the ones that actually resonate with who we are.
And one thing they suggested that I thought was really interesting
Mm-hmm.
was to write down our core values,
Okay.
but in the present tense.
I like that.
Not, I want to be more compassionate, but I am compassionate.
That's interesting.
It's subtle,
It is.
but
yeah.
it kind of shifts how you think about it.
It's embodying those values
Yeah.
right now.
Not just hoping to have them in the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
And then get this.
Yeah.
They have this list of 20 qualities for a successful life.
Oh, wow.
Sincerity, humility, compassion, good sense of humor,
Okay.
a long list.
That is quite a list.
Yeah, and I was kind of overwhelmed, whoa, am I supposed to be all of these things?
I can imagine. It can be a lot to take in.
But I think the point is
Not to be perfect at all of them.
right, exactly.
Never is.
Self-reflection.
Yeah.
Which ones resonate with you?
Yes, exactly.
How are they already showing up in your life?
Right. Yeah.
And maybe, are there some where you're okay, I could work on that a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-assessment buffet.
I like that.
You get to pick and choose
Yeah.
the qualities that are most important to you
Yeah, okay.
and see where you might want to, add a little more seasoning.
Right. And I think what's important to remember is that
Yeah.
this self-improvement thing.
Yeah.
It's not like we reach this finish line and we're done.
Oh, totally.
It's this constant...
A journey.
Yeah, it's a journey.
Yeah.
And the ebook really acknowledges that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not always going to be easy.
For sure.
And it dedicates a good chunk to stress management and time management,
Okay.
which, I mean,
Big ones.
yeah, right? In today's world especially, I
Definitely.
feel like those are always there.
Looming.
But what I appreciated was that it wasn't just like generic advice.
Yeah, okay.
It was really about self-awareness,
Oh, I see.
like figuring out what stresses you out.
Right. Your own personal triggers.
Yeah, exactly.
And finding those coping mechanisms that actually work for you.
Yeah, because we can all be told, oh, meditate or make a to-do list.
Right.
But if that doesn't work for you, it's not helpful.
Totally.
So it's about like understanding ourselves
Right.
and then using those tools
Yeah.
in a personalized way.
I like that, making it your own.
Yeah. And then what I thought was really cool
Mm-hmm.
was how it connected stress management
Uh-huh.
to time management.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
They're intertwined.
it's this like positive feedback loop, right?
Makes sense.
When you manage your time well,
Yeah.
you're less stressed.
Right.
And then when you're less stressed,
You can manage your time better.
exactly. So it's like this,
It builds on itself.
like this upward spiral.
I like that.
But, it's not just about managing like the outside world.
Okay.
The ebook really digs into those like,
Inner barrier.
yeah, those self-limiting beliefs that we all have
Mm-hmm.
that hold us back.
Totally. And how our thoughts
Yeah.
and beliefs can either empower us or sabotage us.
And it's crazy how often we don't even realize we're doing it.
Oh, for sure.
Like we're telling ourselves, oh, I'm not good enough.
Right.
Or I could never do that.
Or I'm just not lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we wonder why things aren't working out.
Yeah, it's like we're setting ourselves up for failure.
Totally. We're creating those obstacles.
And the ebook encourages us to actually question those beliefs.
I like that.
Like, what evidence do we have?
Right. Put them to the test.
And reframe our thinking.
Mm-hmm. In a more positive and constructive way.
Yeah, and they gave this example.
Okay.
Like, let's say you're thinking, I am terrible at public speaking.
Mm-hmm. A common one.
Right. So the ebook says, okay, ask yourself,
Okay.
well, what evidence do I have for that?
Yeah.
Have there been times when I felt comfortable speaking in front of people?
Right.
What can I do to actually get better at it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's about shifting from this fixed mindset
Okay.
where we think like our abilities are set
Right.
to a growth mindset where it's like, okay, I can learn and grow.
I like that. The growth mindset.
Yeah, and this doesn't just apply to like
Yeah.
concrete skills.
Right.
Like public speaking.
It's about our beliefs, about ourselves,
Totally.
our potential.
So it's like, what if I am capable of more than I think?
Mm-hmm.
What if I could achieve those dreams?
Yeah. Embracing those possibilities.
And I think, as much as it is about
Yeah.
inner work,
Right.
the ebook also acknowledges that.
Yeah,
Like,
not all internal.
we don't exist in a vacuum.
Right.
Our environment matters.
Our relationships.
Yeah, our relationships, like all that plays a role.
Absolutely. The people around us.
Yeah.
The information we're exposed to, the opportunities we have.
Like it takes a village, right?
It does.
And they really emphasize lifelong learning,
That's so important.
staying curious, like actively seeking out new knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
experiences, and surrounding yourself with people who inspire you.
Right, your tribe.
Yeah, and finding mentors
Oh, yeah. Mentors are crucial.
who have already achieved what you want to achieve.
Absolutely.
But it's not just about taking.
Yeah.
It's also about giving back,
I was going to say, that's a
That's-
key piece.
contributing to your community.
Making a difference.
Because true success isn't just about, like, your personal gain.
Right.
It's also about leaving the world a little bit better
Leaving a positive impact.
that you found it.
Exactly.
And one thing that really resonated with me
Mm-hmm.
was the discussion on work-life balance.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, in today's world where it's like
Always on.
everyone's hustling.
Right. Gotta grind.
And it's easy to just, like,
Yeah.
sacrifice your personal life
Totally.
to get ahead.
I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
But the ebook is like, hold on, that's not sustainable.
It's not. You burn out.
Exactly.
It's about finding that balance.
Yeah, and setting boundaries
Boundaries are key.
between work and personal time.
Absolutely.
Prioritizing self-care
Taking care of yourself.
and your relationships outside of work.
The whole picture.
Yeah, it's about finding that equilibrium
Right.
where you can still
Achieve your goals.
pursue your ambitions,
Yeah.
but not at the expense of
Your
your well-being. Exactly.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
And they had some good practical tips,
Oh, like what?
like setting dedicated work hours,
Okay.
limiting distractions during personal time,
Right. Putting the phone away.
learning to say no
The power of no.
to things that are, like, draining you,
Yeah. Or just not align with your priorities.
and then also remembering to just, like,
The base.
the basics, sleep, take breaks,
Take breaks.
do things that you enjoy.
Right. Have fun.
Yeah, because it's not all about...
That's not all work and no play.
Exactly.
Got to have that balance.
And what I think is key is that this work-life balance,
Yeah.
it's not about this perfect 50-50 split.
Oh, totally. It's different for everyone.
It's about finding what works for you.
Your own rhythm.
Yeah, and honoring your needs and priorities.
That makes sense.
And making conscious choices
Being intentional.
that support both your professional and personal life.
Yeah, that's the goal.
But even with all the best intentions and strategies, the ebook acknowledges
What's that?
that setbacks are going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, life throws curveballs.
All the time.
There's a whole chapter on, like,
On dealing with those.
dealing with those setbacks.
Right.
And building resilience.
That's important.
Being able to bounce back and
Yeah.
learn from those mistakes.
Because we're all going to make them.
We are.
It's part of the process.
And it's not about, like,
yeah.
avoiding setbacks altogether.
No, you can't.
Because that's impossible.
Yeah.
It's about, like, having the skills.
Right. It's the tool.
And the resources to navigate them.
To get through them.
When they inevitably happen.
And come out stronger on the other side.
Yeah. And they even talk about, like, reframing failure.
Oh, interesting.
Not as a sign of weakness.
Right.
But as a learning experience.
Stepping stone.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
And something that they kind of weave throughout the whole book
Okay.
is this idea of questioning,
Question.
like, societal definitions of success
Oh, yeah.
and challenging this notion that it's all about
Like the money and the fame.
the money, the stuff, the external validation.
Yeah, all of it.
And it really makes you think, like,
It does.
what does success actually mean to me?
That's the question.
Yeah.
What really matters?
And it encourages you to look beyond those, like,
Superficial measures.
yeah, like the superficial stuff.
Right.
And focus on, like,
Inner peace.
yeah, fulfillment, strong relationships.
The things that truly matter.
And that comparison is, like,
It's a thief of joy.
totally.
Yeah.
So it's about focusing on your own path,
Your own journey.
not constantly comparing yourself
Right, because that's a recipe for unhappiness.
to other people.
Exactly.
Because everyone's journey is different.
it is, and that's beautiful.
It is. And that's what makes it so interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's really about defining success
Yeah.
on your own terms.
Yeah.
Aligning your actions with your values.
Your value.
And creating a life that feels,
Authentic.
yeah, authentic and meaningful to you.
To you, that's it.
So, I mean, we've covered a lot.
We have.
What's kind of standing out to you so far
Let me think.
as being particularly relevant,
Yeah, give me a
to
step.
your own journey?
A lot of it's really resonating,
Yeah.
but I think one of the biggest things for me is that idea of defining success on my own terms.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's so easy to get caught up
Oh, totally.
in what we think it should look like.
Yeah.
But this ebook really pushes us to,
Dig deeper
yeah, and figure out what truly matters to me.
as an individual.
Yeah, what brings me that sense of fulfillment.
Yeah, not what society
Right, exactly.
or, our parents
Instagram
telling us. Yeah.
Exactly.
And speaking of fulfillment,
Mm-hmm.
the ebook also talks about this idea
Okay.
of connecting our goals
Yeah.
to a greater sense of purpose.
Like going beyond just achieving things for ourselves.
Okay.
And thinking about how our actions can contribute to something bigger.
So it's not just about, like, personal gain.
Right. It's about making a difference in the world.
I like that.
It's like finding that,
that meaning.
yeah, that sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And the ebook actually argues that when we do that, like when we connect our goals to something larger than ourselves,
Okay.
whether it's our community, a social cause, whatever it may be,
Right.
it gives us this like deeper sense of motivation,
Oh, that makes sense.
like
yeah.
fueling our efforts with,
With meaning.
yeah, with feeling.
And so it's not just about
right.
the achievement itself.
It's the why behind it.
It's the why.
Yeah.
I could see how that would be really helpful.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially, when you're facing challenges
Oh, for sure.
or you're feeling discouraged.
Because those are going to come up.
Yeah, they are.
It's inevitable.
It's like having that extra push.
Right. That extra drive.
That reminds me of the whole gratitude thing
Oh, yeah.
that the ebook talks about.
Gratitude. That's a big one.
It's so important.
It is.
But it's so easy to forget about.
really is.
Like in our everyday lives.
Especially when we're so focused on
Yeah.
what we don't have yet.
Right. We're always striving for the next thing.
Yeah, always wanting more.
And we forget to appreciate.
The good stuff we already have.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's already there.
And the ebook talks about how gratitude can actually shift our perspective from this place of scarcity
interesting.
to a place of abundance.
I like that.
So when we focus on what we're grateful for,
Yeah.
it can actually boost our happiness, reduce stress, and even improve our relationships.
Wow. It's pretty powerful.
It is.
For something that seems so simple.
It's the simple things
that
often make the biggest difference.
And they give some really good practical tips.
Oh, like what?
For cultivating gratitude.
Yeah.
Like keeping a gratitude journal.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
What is that?
So it's basically just like every day you write down a few things that you're grateful for.
Oh, I see.
And it could be anything big or small.
Just taking a moment to appreciate.
Yeah, and just acknowledging those things.
I like that.
They also talk about expressing appreciation to others.
Oh, yeah.
Like actually telling people.
Telling people you appreciate them.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And then just like taking a few minutes each day
to
reflect on the things that you're thankful for.
Yeah, just being mindful
Yeah.
of the good in your life.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to have to try some of those.
And speaking of trying things, the ebook also talks about habits.
Habits. Oh, yeah.
Which are like
so important.
The building blocks of our lives.
They really are. They shape everything.
They do.
And the ebook argues that by consciously designing our habits, we can actually create a life that supports our goals and values.
I like that.
So it's about being intentional with our habits.
Not just letting them happen.
Right. Not just going through the motions, but actually choosing them.
And it's not just about adding good habits, right?
Oh, no. It's also about breaking the bad ones.
The ones that aren't serving us.
Yeah, the ones that are holding us back.
Yeah. And that can be tough.
It can be.
But the ebook gives some good strategies.
Oh, like what?
For both. Like building good habits and breaking bad ones.
Okay.
And one thing that they emphasize is starting small.
Okay.
Like don't try to change everything at once.
Right. One step at a time.
Yeah. Just focus on one habit.
Okay.
And then once that's established,
you can move on to the next one.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
And they also talk about like being patient.
Oh, patience. That's a tough one.
It is, right.
That's so important.
Because change doesn't happen overnight.
No, it takes time.
It's a process.
And effort.
Yeah.
And consistency.
And a willingness to like...
experiment.
Yeah, experiment and adjust.
Yeah, because what works for one person
might not work for another.
Exactly. It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah, so it's like...
trial and error.
It is. It's trial and error.
Embrace the process.
Yeah. And speaking of embracing things...
what's that?
The ebook also encourages us to embrace a mindset of continuous learning.
Oh, I like that.
And growth.
Lifelong learning.
Yeah, lifelong learning.
It's so crucial.
And it suggests that we view life as a series of experiments.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not about having this perfect plan.
It's rigid plan.
Yeah, and knowing exactly where you're going to have
No, it's about being open to...
possibilities.
Yeah, to new possibilities.
And being adaptable.
And,
you know, learning from our mistakes.
And constantly growing.
Yeah, and constantly evolving.
I love that.
It takes the pressure off.
It does.
Of having to have everything figured out.
Right. You don't need to have all the answers.
Exactly.
You just need to be willing to learn and explore.
And that reminds me of something else they talk about.
What's that?
Stepping outside of our comfort zones.
Oh, the comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's so cozy in there.
It is cozy, but it's not where the growth happens.
Right. The magic happens outside of that comfort zone.
Exactly. And they even have this quote.
Oh, what is it?
Life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Ooh, I like that one.
But that's, you know...
easier said than done.
Easier said than done, for sure.
Because stepping outside of that comfort zone can be scary.
It can be really scary.
It involves facing our fears, taking risks.
The unknown.
Yeah, the unknown.
But the ebook argues that the rewards are worth it.
Oh, they are.
It's about challenging ourselves.
Expanding our capabilities. Discovering hidden potential.
And they have some good tips.
Oh, like what?
For actually, like, doing it.
Right.
Stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
They say, start with small challenges.
Okay.
So don't go from, like...
0 to 100.
Yeah. Don't try to do the most terrifying thing.
Right. Baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps.
I like that.
And then break down larger goals into those manageable steps.
That's a good one.
And then seek support.
Oh, support's crucial.
From others.
Yeah, don't try to do it alone.
Yeah, like have people.
Your cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Your support system.
Who can cheer you on.
Exactly.
And encourage you.
And celebrate your wins.
Oh, and that's another thing.
What's that?
They talk about celebrating your successes.
Oh, that's so important.
Even the small ones.
Especially the small ones.
Because it's easy to get so caught up.
Yeah, and what we haven't done yet.
And what we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Or what we're still working towards.
Right, and lose sight of.
And we forget to acknowledge.
How far we've come.
Yeah, all the progress we've made.
And those little wins along the way.
Yeah, so it's about
taking a moment to appreciate.
Yeah, and celebrate those.
Yeah.
Because it keeps you motivated.
It does.
And it builds momentum.
Momentum's key.
Now, we've been talking a lot about like personal growth and development.
And all the inner work.
Yeah. But the ebook also talks about
what's that?
The importance of relationships.
Oh, relationships, yeah.
And how they play a role.
A huge role.
In our overall well-being.
Because we're social creatures.
So we are.
We need connection.
We need connection.
We need love.
Love, support, belonging. And they emphasize.
What do they say?
Nurturing those relationships. And investing in the people who matter most.
Investing time and energy.
Yeah, it's like no man is an island. Right.
Yes.
We need each other.
We do.
And they give some good advice.
Oh, like
for like strengthening our relationships.
Yeah.
Like practicing active listening.
Oh, that's a good one.
Really listening.
Yeah, not just waiting to talk.
To what the other person is saying.
Right.
And then expressing appreciation.
Oh, yeah, telling people you care.
Yeah.
That's important.
And then, just spending quality time.
Quality time.
Together.
Not just quantity.
Yeah, not just like being in the same room.
Right.
But actually like engaging with each other.
Being present.
Yeah, and being there.
Through thick and thin.
Yeah, for each other.
Through the good times and the bad.
And I think this is especially important.
It is.
Today.
Yeah.
When it's so easy.
To get distracted.
We get distracted.
By our phones.
By our phones. By social media.
Right, by everything.
Yeah, by everything.
That's vying for our attention.
And we can kind of forget. To actually nurture those.
Those face-to-face.
Real-life relationships.
Yeah.
And then the ebook also talks about finding our purpose.
Oh, purpose.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
What is our purpose in life?
Yeah, why are we here?
Yeah.
It's a question that,
a lot of us ask.
We all grapple with at some point.
At some point.
Yeah, it's part of being human.
And the ebook doesn't give us a simple answer.
It's not a simple question.
Right. It's not like, here's your purpose.
Right. There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Yeah.
But it does give us some guidance on how to explore that question.
Oh, good.
For ourselves.
So what kind of guidance do they give?
Well, they suggest that our purpose often lies at the intersection of our passions, our talents, and the needs of the world.
So it's about like figuring out what you're good at, what you enjoy, and how that can be used.
To make a difference.
Yeah, to make a positive impact.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
And they encourage us to experiment, explore
different things.
Different avenues.
Yeah.
And to listen to our intuition.
Oh, intuition, that's a good one.
As we're like searching for that unique contribution.
Your unique gift to the world.
And they also emphasize patience.
No, patience. There it is again.
It keeps coming up.
It does, doesn't it?
Because finding your purpose, it's not a linear process.
No, it's a journey.
It's a journey.
With twists and turns.
Twists and turns, yeah.
Detours.
Detours, uncertainty.
Yeah, it's all part of the process.
So it's about embracing.
Embracing the journey.
Yeah.
Trusting the process.
And being open to the possibility that your purpose might
evolve.
Yeah, evolve over time.
Because we're constantly evolving.
Right, we're not static beings.
We're not.
So it makes sense that our purpose might change.
Right, change and grow with us.
Yeah, I like that.
Me too. Yeah.
Given everything we've talked about.
Okay.
Is there like a concept or an idea from the ebook that's like really resonating with you?
That's a good question.
Right now.
Let me think. Honestly, there's so much good stuff in here.
Yeah, there really is.
It's hard to pick just one.
I know, right?
But if I had to choose, I think that idea of viewing life as a series of experiments really speaks to me.
Yeah, me too.
It just takes the pressure off needing to have it all figured out.
Right, like having that perfect plan.
Yeah, because who actually has that?
No one.
Exactly.
It's more about being
curious.
Yeah, curious.
Multiple open
to new possibilities.
Yeah, and seeing what
Like, right.
happens. Yeah, like what works, what doesn't.
And adjusting accordingly.
And speaking of adjusting,
Yeah.
the ebook also talks about
Okay.
using like self-tracking
Oh, yeah.
and feedback loops
Feedback loops. That's a good
to like help us grow
Yeah.
because it's not enough to just,
set a goal
set a goal and hope for the best.
and just like let it happen.
Right, we have to actually
Track our progress.
track it,
See how we're doing.
see what's working, what's not.
Yeah. Get feedback.
And then make adjustments along the way.
So like having
A personal growth dashboard.
I like that.
Yeah, where you can track,
Like key metrics.
yeah, like your habits.
Your goals, your habit,
Your mood, yeah.
your energy levels.
They even talk about like using technology
Oh, yeah.
to track your sleep.
Your activity levels.
All of that.
All that data.
And I can see how that would be,
Really helpful.
yeah, really helpful.
Especially for those like habits we're trying to build
Yeah,
or break.
or break.
Because it makes those invisible patterns more visible.
Like you can actually see
Yeah. See the data
and then use that
to make
Fit-
changes.
to make informed decisions,
Exactly.
to course correct.
Yeah, it's like holding yourself accountable.
Accountability is key.
But it's not just about
Right.
getting feedback from ourselves.
Oh, no, we need feedback from others.
Yeah, like mentors,
Mentors, colleagues,
trusted friends.
friends, family. Yeah,
Because they can see things.
that we can't.
Yeah, like our blind spots.
Those blind spots.
And it's
so
about-
open
Yeah, being open to that feedback.
to that constructive criticism.
And seeing it as,
An opportunity to learn and grow.
yeah, not a personal attack.
Right. It's not about you.
Yeah, it's about
Helping you become better.
becoming better.
Yeah.
And I think that ties in really well
With what?
with the importance of having,
Oh, a support system.
yeah, a support system, a community.
People who are there for you.
Yeah, who inspire you, challenge you.
Encourage you.
And they talk about like
Mentorship.
peer groups.
Even online communities.
Yeah.
Where you can connect with.
like-minded people.
Yeah. Find your tribe.
And then there's this question
Okay.
that the ebook asks
What is it?
toward the end.
Okay.
And I thought it was really profound.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
It says, what if the true measure of success
Yeah.
isn't about what you achieve,
I see where this is going.
but about who you become along the way?
Wow.
Right.
That's powerful.
It really shifts the
But
focus.
external to internal.
Yeah, it's not about the stuff you acquire,
The money, the fame.
the titles.
Uh-oh. The accolades.
It's about like
the growth.
the growth, the
Just
transformation.
journey.
The journey, yeah.
It's about who you become
Yeah.
as you're striving towards your goals.
And maybe, like that's the real key to happiness.
It's the real key to success.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not about the destination.
It's about
the journey.
the journey and who you become along the way.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We've unearthed some real gems.
From self-improvement and motivation for success.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was. And I hope everyone listening,
Is feeling inspired.
to take action.
Yeah, to apply some of these things
To their own lives.
to their own lives. And if you want to go even deeper,
Yeah.
definitely check out the full ebook.
It's worth it.
But for now,
Yeah.
we've given you plenty
To think about.
to think about.
To chew on.
And as for our next deep dive,
Ooh, what's next?
get ready to explore the fascinating world of topic of next deep dive.
I can't wait.
See you then.